Welcome to Steve 87th, Puget Sound and Pacific Railroad.
Hi everyone, this is Steve 87th PSAP Railroad, or Puget Sound and Pacific. This is my channel, and I just wanted to invite you guys to come along and watch as I build my railroad, build up some kits, do some kit bashing, and running trains like the one behind me. So if this is what you guys like to watch, stick around for a while and see if you like the channel. Hey everyone, it's Steve from Puget Sound and Pacific Railroad. Just wanted to give you guys a real quick, fast tutorial on how to make one of these. Set up my own little test track here. So let's go through the video and see how I did that. All right, so to start this project, I chose some Unitrack bumpers. We need a 2 3/8 straight track. I decided that I wanted to use a feeder track so that I didn't have to worry about soldering anything. And then we have a re-railer track. Along with this, we also have another 9 3/4 inch track that is going to go with the feeder track. So what were the other things that I had to get? Well, I went down to the local hardware store and picked up some lumber, okay? So I got 2 pieces of pine, which is a Woodcraft, which is 1 3/8 by 2 by 36 inches. And then I also picked up another one, which is 1/8 by 3 by 36 inches. Okay, so with the 3-foot board, I just needed to check to make sure that my track would fit. All right, so I've got a bumper on either end. We put in the 9-inch section, we put in the 2 3/4 section, we put in the re-railer section, the power cord section, and then the other re-railer. So the big thing about why is the re-railer kind of in the middle and not at one of the ends? Well, so when you go to put a train on, you have to have some room to be able to get it backwards and forwards. Okay, so without having that room on both ends, there's no way you can get the train on. So you can see here my train is about the same size as my re-railer. All right, so that wouldn't give me enough room to be able to put my train on, to get the front on, to get the front railed on, and then get the backs railed on as well. So right now it's a little bit difficult because the track's not tied down. So there, now I've got nice free motion for all of my train. Okay? Now the nice thing is too, is with this, with the Kato track, they do have a railer. The nice thing is it's already locked into the system, so I don't have to worry about doing any soldering or anything like that. One of the things I wanted to note about these Kato re-railers, just in case anybody wants to know, you can see here that it's kind of set up as a road like most re-railers are, but one of the things that's nice about these, those come off. So you can do one of 2 things with that. You can either set them right next to one another, because you can see here that there's enough clearance, or you could just put the next one right next to it, or you could bridge the road gap from one layer to the next layer in a close crossing. So that's kind of one of the nice things about these re-railers. And I don't know if you guys can actually see the detail on them, but the detail is a diamond deck. So they're actually meant to be a roadway. So it's kind of a nice little detail there with the diamond deck, so you actually have a crossing. So you can see here with that setup of track, it fits nicely on the 3-foot piece of board. And the 3x3 also holds the re-railer just the right size. So the reason we picked 3 feet is it gives us enough room to move the train back and forth. And it was nice and simple, and I don't have to cut anything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start the assembly of the test track. All right, so that's going to be really simple. We got some wood glue and we got some clamps. We're going to clamp this all up and glue it on down. So hold on while I go set that all up. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is, because we've got the power cord, we want to go ahead, since that's going to be there, there's 2 ways to do this. We can make a hole big enough right underneath the center of the track to drop this straight through. I'm going to leave the power cord exposed a little bit, and I'm going to make it easy for me to drill. So I'm just going to come over Just gonna kind of look at where that is and then just mark a nice little place where to drill on the side. So there's a couple of ways that you could drill this little mark out, right? You could either go ahead and saw it in, you could put in a little trough or something like that. I'm just gonna take a 1/8 inch drill bit and my trusty drill, and I am just gonna go ahead and drill a little hole right at the edge there. Since it is right at the edge, I just want to make sure it's there. And then I'll go ahead and take a knife and make that a little bit more of a square hole. This way, I don't have to cut off the clip that's on the bottom of this, because I may be able to set up a clip system so that I just clip this in and out. It'll make it a lot easier. So I'll go ahead and clean this all up and show you what we're going to do next. All right then, so you see, cut a nice little hole there, been able to put the track down. Now, I thought about gluing the track down first, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue the sidewalls on first. So I'm not making this exact, so I'm just using some of these pens that I've got, which are Lego pens. They're about 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch thick. We're just gonna go ahead and put them on. Now, we're just gonna put on the side rails. All right, so the reason why these side rails are important, one, it gives you stability and it'll keep this thing straight and flat, right, which is kind of good for the track itself. The other is it will also help you from dropping your train off on the floor or wherever else you've got to get it at, right? So it gives you a little bit more peace of mind so that your usually most expensive things that you buy for your railroad are your engines. So last thing you want to do is drop one on the floor or have it fall off when you're trying to do work on it. So we're just going to make this real easy. The nice thing is, since all the wood is craft wood and it came from it at the right heights, all we have to do is glue the ends together. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go get my glue and I'll be right back. Okay, so now how are we going to do this? I got a little bit of glue, Gorilla Glue, some Gorilla Wood glue. We're going to go ahead and do one side and then just do the other. I'm going to do the side with the wire first. Because that's the one that's going to give me the most problems, I'm sure. So we're just going to set that up, put that down on there, flip the track over, put it on the pins, and line it up. There's a couple of different ways to do this. Obviously, you can nail it in, you can screw it in. You could joiner it, you could router it, whatever you want to do. I kind of like just a straight bond to bond. A lot of times that works. Everybody praises this Gorilla Glue, so hence why I'm using it. Get that there. I'll set this one up now. Take that wire out the end, make it look easier. There we go. Now, we don't have to put anything on the end of this channel. The reason is because we've got the bumpers. That's why we put bumpers on. And we're just going to come up, clamp this sucker together, let it hold for a while until the glue dries. Then we'll come back and we'll attach the tracks. So nice little squeeze clamps here. Just squeeze those together there. Add a couple more. And I needed a couple more, so I got my big ones for the bar clamps, just to make it a little bit faster and easier for me. Thought I had enough of these, but I didn't. There we go, that's nice and tight. Now the other thing that I want to do, just to keep it nice and tight, happy, you can see where it's a little bit drawn out on the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and put a bead of the wood glue down on the bottom side. Give it a little bit of extra strength down there on the corners. Nobody's going to see that part anyway. Kind of like a caulking. The other thing that this little bit of raise does that's nice is it gives you a raceway to put your wire in. If you have other wires, if you're going to do some other things and stuff, it gives you a nice little area to put things on it. One of the other reasons I put this down, it was kind of selfish. I'm not exactly sure where this is going to go yet. So if I put it on a table, that's not going to be a bad problem. But I also have some mobile metal tables that I can put this on. So I could just cut in a little slots off of these and it would hang right up on the table and make it really nice. So here we go. Put a nice little bead of glue on that. See there, we can just put the wire underneath it. You won't have to see it that much. And everything will be working. So we're gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then when we come back, we'll go ahead and attach down the track using the same wood glue. It's just gonna be easier that way. All right, okay, so there we go. It's all glued down. The track is nice and sturdy, stuck in there pretty well. I've gone ahead and attached it to my new Digitrax, the 52, the DCS 52. So this is the first time I'm going to run that. I haven't put it up on my set yet, so we're just going to kind of give you a quick little demo of how this works. So I went to the website and found out that on the new Digitrax system, the programming track is just for that. It's just for programming. So you can set it on programming and do all the different programming and all that, but you can't get your engine to move. So we've gone and rewired it so that we're on DCC. So now we've already got the engine. We'll put it in reverse, which should light up our lights. Hopefully. I'm not seeing anything. Let's see what forward does for us. Still not getting any lights. I know we have connection. Oh, you know what we're missing? Track status. There we go. We just heard a ding. So now we know that we have it. Let's go in reverse. And the train actually does move, so we do have power. So we're going to take it on down, move it forward. And now that I've played with all of the buttons, we don't know what's going on. So that should be the horn. There we go. So number 8 gets it started, just like it's supposed to. Let's go in reverse. I can see where they let the lights come on. No, it's always something with a new system, right? Okay, there we go. 0 is the lights. So I got the lights on. Forward, reverse. We got the forward lights on. 8. I'll go ahead and start it up. And forward. Okay, so the good thing about the Digitrax, you can, unlike the other one, actually program on the main. So you can hook this one up to this, or you can just make this a regular programming track. So what may have to happen in the future is there may be a double line that comes in here that splits off, which will switch between running and non-running, so I can do programming and non-programming on this track. But there you have it. This was the cost of the track plus the cost of the wood. The wood didn't cost that much. Normally most of us have wood glue laying around. And extra track running around. All you have to do is be able to put it into wherever it is that you want, whatever track you want and all that. Hook up your power supply to it, and now you've got this nice little portable test track. Okay, hope that was informative to you guys, and sorry that my new Digitrack was a little bit tough. I had to go read things up and come back and look at it, so we'll be playing with that a little bit more before we hook it up on our total system. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and have a good weekend.
My new deterrent to porch pirates. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again.